Wrapping up my walk at 4 o'clock in the morning while it's quiet, peaceful. No snow yet, although we are expecting snow. Gonna make the coffee, and the daybreak show is gonna start in just a few. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Nice. So perfect. So perfect on a Monday morning. Yum. Just got back from the walk. Life is good. I was expecting to wake up to snow this morning, but they were wrong. I guess it's going to start soon. I will be leaving for work real soon. Every man should grow a huge beard once in his life. Most will eventually shave it off and say, I had a huge beard once. Some will keep it. Some will bring it back to a more manageable length. And it will change their lives. They will not see their clean-shaven faces ever again. I can count on one hand the times in my adult life that I've been clean-shaven. And I had a huge beard once. I took a poll. A, distance ignites desire, or B, out of sight, out of mind. So far, and there's 16 hours left to this poll, 40% said distance ignites desire, and 60% said said of sight, out of mind. I took a poll. I said, what do you deal with the most? 23% said anger, 14% said fear, 22% said discouragement, and 41% said anxiety. What do you deal with the most? Put your answer down below. What are the things that the emotions, the mental mindsets, what bothers you the most? What are you plagued with? Or are you even plagued with anything? What do you deal with the most? Romance, then think we could be good friends, versus be friends but think we could have romance. I say that romance is greater than being friends first. Romance and then become friends. Because romance is the glue that keeps a relationship together. Some people say sex. I disagree with that. Sex is part of romance, but there comes a time in life when you may not be able to have sex, or may not have it as often as you want. Then what happens to the glue? It's gone, and the relationship is gone. So that theory is very faulty. You can be romantic when you can't have sex, or when you don't have sex. And those of you that are parents will know that right away, that that's a hard thing to do when you have young babies, and you're both working, and you're both tired. Friends first sounds noble. A lot of women use that phrase, friends first. But for men, that's a big red flag, because what they're doing is they're ignoring the sexual attraction. which is very important to bond in the beginning. You need that in the beginning. You need that sexual attraction, that primal thing where you just know, where there's a visual, I don't want to say chemistry yet, but there's a visual attraction on both parts. Super important. So the whole idea of let's become friends first. I like to say this, there must be sexual attraction first. If one marries for other reasons than having that initial sexual attraction, when surf is up, you won't be interested in your partner because you were friends first and there's no there, okay? And everybody wants a little bit of, you know? And you'll be tempted to surf somewhere else more conducive to surfing. So don't ignore sexual attraction, but don't put it on a pedestal either. Telling the truth always, always, always leads to censorship. And boy, am I finding that out. Your presuppositions about anything affect your research, experience, and outcomes. Half the ding-dongs talking about women on the web, in the forums, on Twitter, on YouTube, are merely appropriating the research of certain authors and content creators who have certain presuppositions. They're not thinking on their own. They're not using their own head. And the reality is, you've heard the phrase, when you are a hammer, everything and everyone is a nail. So if you go into a project with presuppositions, with thoughts already in mind, it's going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And you will find that. There's some people that believe there's a demon behind every door. There's some men who are teaching that every woman is out to get your money and use you. And the very minute that you disappoint her, she is going to just go to another guy. Because we're all animals. Possibly one of the greatest compliments I've ever received was this. I know you like old stuff and appreciate the value of old things, old stories, and old art. And it's not just in terms of money. And yes, they were right. I do appreciate old things, things that have stories. Correct. I was at a bar once, and when I got the tab, the receipt said, to identify me, it said beard guy. Not my name, not the number of the bar stool that I was sitting on. It said beard guy. And I guess I was the only guy at the bar with a beard. I thought that was kind of funny. In 1985, she said, all you ever do is read. That's not true, because I also write and I also cook. And I roast coffee. And I lift weights. And I walk. It basically came down to this in 1985. It's me or those books. I do kind of miss her. The books are still with me. My local tobacconist says, cigarette buyers are in and out. They don't talk. The vaping people always look like they're hiding something. Cigar guys are 50% cool, 50% jackasses. Pipe guys, I love all my pipe guys. Every one of them is a gentleman. Something to be said for pipe guys. I'm dying for my coffee here. I was informed by an Irishman that Smithwick's Irish Ale is pronounced Smiddix. How would I know? But thank you. Half the stuff that you think is urgent or time sensitive isn't. For the most part, every storm between people calms down. Not every situation requires amputation. Just let little time pass. Most stuff between people does eventually work itself out. Maybe just a little time out is all a situation needs. Time out. So, you care about what other people think? I wonder if their opinions can pay your bills. Once the Kool-Aid wears off, you can move on, and you have my permission to do so. Spent an afternoon seeing Gerald Charles Dickens, the great-great-grandson of Charles Dickens, perform A Christmas Carol. Poignant, energetic, humorous. I give it a 10 out of 10, and it was great to meet him in person. He follows me, and I follow him, and I bid you safe travels back to England, Gerald. Great performance. Thank you. I took a poll. I asked the question, someone says they love you. Your response is 71% said love you too. 4% said love ya. 8% said yeah, you too. 17% said I never hear anyone say they love me. Expand your world with the arts, museums, live music, live plays on a stage. After seeing Gerald Charles Dickens perform A Christmas Carol, the next person on my list is David Keltz doing Edgar Allan Poe. Can't wait to see that one. So you play your albums and you smoke your pot. You meet your girlfriend in the parking lot. Oh, but you're still aching for the things you haven't got. What went wrong? Billy Joel, 1971. And with that, time for a shower, get upstairs, get ready for a day of work, doing what I love. I'll see you tomorrow on the Daybreak Show, the true home of sanity, clarity, and reason.